Who in the hell wants to go to Lowe's, Home Depot, Party City, Joann's, At Home, Walmart, Target to spend $50 to $100 for some goddamn pumpkin decorations? I don't, and I know you don't want to either. So stick around because we can make these much cooler than that bullshit they got in the stores for a fraction of the cost. These are paper mache. I make these things out of newspaper, school glue, water, and flour. They are thick, sturdy. Once I get them all done, you coat them with a rooftop coating. They're 100% waterproof. You can put them outside the whole month of October, the whole month of September if you want to. They can take all the elements. They're 100% waterproof, and they are super sturdy. They're gonna last much longer than that crap you get from the store, and nothing from the store looks as cool as these. Whatever is in your imagination, you can make it for a fraction of the cost. All you need to start these is some white school glue, some all-purpose flour, and some water. Mix that up until you got about a runny pancake batter. Get yourself some newspaper, cut it into strips, put it on a beach ball, paint that paper mache paste on there, and then you're gonna get a hard ball just like this for your base of your pumpkin. It's that simple. Once you got your base, then you're gonna need some paper mache clay. Super easy. You take the paper mache paste and you mix it with some paper cellulose insulation until it doesn't stick to your hand, and you got paper clay. Then you go through and you put about an 1/8 inch to a 1/4 inch thick layer on top of your base, which is gonna look just like this. You go back over it with some paper mache paste and a paintbrush and smooth it all out. Now you've got a really thick base. Once you're done with that, you go ahead and make your face and then build it up into the pumpkin. It is that easy. All you need is some kind of a Dremel, even just a knife, and you can go through and cut out your faces. We're gonna get into this as a part 3, making the face and adding the layers. If you want to see my part 1 and my part 2, I'll have the link to those videos in the description, but it's super easy. You don't even have to go watch those. Make some paper mache paste, put your newspaper and paper mache paste on a beach ball, come back through with some paper mache clay, and then follow me from right here. Here's an example of one I'm working on right now. I just got to finish the stem, but we are going to go through and make a full pumpkin off of this base right here. Stop wasting your money at those big box stores. Make these paper mache pumpkins yourself. They're gonna last twice as long as that crap, and they look 1,000 times better. Let's get right into this. So once you're to this point, you got your paper mache paste and your newspaper strips all stuck to the beach ball, 3 to 5 layers. You're ready for the next step, which is drawing the face. You wanna go ahead and take the bottom where the beach ball's coming out, stick it down. You can get these bowls from Dollar Tree, super cheap, and find the best spot on your ball where you want to have your face. I'm going to go with a more traditional style face on this one, just to keep it a little more simpler for the video. When I get to drawing the face, I got a pencil here, I got a Sharpie to back it up so I can see everything better. That way we can go ahead and take this paper mache clay and do our 1/8 inch to a 1/4 inch build-up layer. Very easy. You got a paintbrush, you got your paper mache paste. Go ahead and paint on here, take the clay, put it on there, paint back over to smooth it out, let that dry, and then we can come back through and start building everything up. Once you got your face laid out, you're gonna go ahead and take your paper mache paste and you're gonna paint right over it. I'm just gonna go through and get a good layer of this paper mache paste, and then reach right in here with this paper clay and just start pushing it down all the way up to my lines where I got my face. It's very, very simple. You're gonna get a little bit stick to your hand. It's not a big deal. All this is water soluble. The harshest thing in here is the school glue, and children use it all the time, so it isn't that bad. Of course, if you don't get right up to the line like you want, we're gonna come back and we're gonna do a few layers. You can do as many layers as you want, but it's not a big deal. Just continue on all the way around your face. You can do the back side first if you want. I just tend to do the face first. That way I've got everything kind of laid out, and when I get to the back, I can hurry along a lot quicker. And to give you an idea how to smooth this out, just take your cheap paintbrush and your paste and just brush right over it, and you'll see how it's gonna smooth everything out. You can kind of push it back out of your outline Don't worry if you gotta come back and redo that. Once we Dremel cut all this out, you can file it and sand it. It's gonna look perfect. So you can just continue on smoothing this out and getting it all how you like it. Like I said, you can make this as thick or as thin as you want, and you can come back and you can put as many layers as you want. If you do a spot and you just don't like how the teeth came out or the eyebrow come out, you can come with a sander, you can sand it off, or you can come back with some more clay and build that up. So chances are, if you're watching this video, you're probably into Halloween a little bit like myself, or it's really close to the Halloween season. If that's your thing, please give me a like, please give me a subscribe. I got Halloween content all year. Of course, I do other stuff to kind of fill in the void, but Halloween is my sole focus. Nothing is better for a Halloween decoration than a pumpkin or a jack-o'-lantern. Everything else falls in after that. If you just put a pumpkin out in your yard, that looks like Halloween. If you ain't got the money to go out and buy all these animatronics or all these decorations, you could literally make 100 of these pumpkins, 200 of these pumpkins, put them out in your yard, and you are going to be the talk of the neighborhood. This neighborhood, the next neighborhood, and 3 neighborhoods over, they're gonna go, my God, all them pumpkins in that yard was so freaking wicked. I am definitely going back there next year. And you can make these things so cheap. You don't need to go out and buy all that shit from the store. Make it yourself, and these things are top quality. If you just want to purchase your Halloween decorations because you just don't have the time to do it, or you just don't want to, there's a bunch of channels out there for that also that don't really make anything. They do a bunch of reviews and kind of give their opinions. But there's a huge market for that, for people that don't want to make their own stuff. Obviously, you got Brick Thunder, but of course, he's on his way to making his own Halloween decorations. And it looks like he's probably going to be opening up his own haunted house, which is super dope, and I'm super proud of Brick Thunder for that. You got to check out his channel. But if you just kind of want some reviews or opinion-based content on some animatronics or decorations that you might just purchase, you can definitely check out the Savannah Psychotic Circus. You got GM Haunts, you got Ryan's, you got Pixelated Pumpkin. There's many, many more. Those are just to name a few. But the Halloween community is really big, really awesome on YouTube. Get into it. Go ahead and make some stuff though, because you just ain't got to spend all that money. And this shit is much cooler than the crap you get at the store. Just continue on with the face. It's super easy. I'm not going to waste a bunch of time showing this. It's really repetitive. All you got to do is lay your paste down, take your clay, put it over that, and then go back over and smooth it out, and then move on to the very next step. Okay, once you've got your first layer of your paper clay on here and everything's nice and dry, this could take a day or two, then you're ready to go ahead and start building up so you can put those grooves in there like a real pumpkin, just like I've got right here. And when you paint this, everything looks really cool. This one has the face all built up as much as I wanted it, so I went ahead and put some waterproof on the face. Now this one I'm ready to go ahead and cut out, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to build this up. Very simple. It's exact same steps as the first layer. Go ahead and wet it with your paper mache paste. Build it up with the paper mache clay. And then you need some kind of utensil to go in here and push that groove. And then you come back over with your paintbrush and smooth that out. So just to get it going here, I'm going to get it wet and build up a layer so I can show you how to make that groove. Very, very simple. Nothing hard to this. And it's really cheap. So we'll go ahead and build up a layer here. You can make this as thick or as thin as you want. Get all this going. This stuff moves along pretty quickly once you get to this part. So it's really cool because you're getting closer and closer to painting it and just kind of bringing everything to life. Now my paper mache clay right here has got a little bit too much glue in it, so it's sticking to me quite a bit. Normally it's not like that. I just put a little bit too much glue in this batch, which is fine. Can still work with it. It's just gonna hold better. So I'll finish this up right here. Then we'll smooth it out. And I'll show you exactly how to make that groove. You can go through and you can do a bunch, but just to show you, I'm gonna go ahead and do a groove right here. So get it all nice and smooth with the paste all the way around it. You can do half grooves, or you can go all the way from top to bottom. That's exactly how real pumpkins are. So I kind of mix it up whenever I'm doing it. The more of this paste and clay that you use, the harder and the stronger this pumpkin's gonna be, which just means longevity and structural integrity. So the more you do, the better. Of course, you don't have to make it quite as thick as I'm making this one right here, but it's only gonna make it stronger. So don't worry about those lumps and bumps. Real pumpkins are not perfect. Now I tend to use a paintbrush to go ahead and make these grooves. Just kind of find your top and your bottom the way you want your groove to go. And I just start by pushing it down. I used to drag it, but it kind of pulls the stuff. So now I just kind of push it and move it. So there's a groove all the way. And then I think right here, I'll do kind of like a half groove. And now you just go back over with your paintbrush and smooth it out. Makes it look freaking cool. And look at this awesome decoration that you can make for little to no money. And if you make a bunch of these, your yard, your haunt is gonna stand out. If you make 100 to 200 of these, you are going to be the talk of Halloween for sure. It's that simple. Just like that. Well, that's it for this one. We're just over 12 minutes on the video. As soon as I got the next video ready, I'll have it right down here for you. That'll be building up the face, cutting it out, doing some waterproof painting, and sealing it to have some badass pumpkins for the best Halloween display ever. I appreciate everybody watching. Monster Mike out.